Welcome to Building and Maintaining a LinkedIn Profile, presented by PA CareerLink, Luzerne, and Schuylkill County. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional online networking platform. Similar to Facebook, users create individual profiles. The difference is in how these profiles are used. Professionals create profiles that capture their work experience, education, training, and skills to make connections and search for employment. Employers also create profiles to promote their opportunities, recruit talent, and develop a following online. There are over 630 million professionals using LinkedIn with more than 20 million job listings available. It is important to develop your network by making connections, as nearly 70% of LinkedIn members found a job through a mutual connection. In order to build your LinkedIn profile, it helps to know the terminology. An invitation is the beginning of every relationship on LinkedIn. You are inviting someone to become one of your connections, adding them to your overall network. Think of an invitation like a friend on Facebook. A connection is a person on LinkedIn who is in your professional network and typically someone who knows you. This means that the two of you agreed to accept an invitation into each other's network. Think of your LinkedIn connection like a friend on Facebook. Your network is the entirety of your connections on your LinkedIn account. It is important to grow and maintain your network of professional contacts and to keep them in mind as you navigate the website. You should create and edit your profile to highlight your personal value to anyone who might be viewing your profile. Think of it as a self-marketing tool. Each section better establishes you as a well-rounded, employable person. Therefore, you should use each to emphasize your brightest qualities as a job candidate. These sections include your name, professional headline, about or bio, experience, education, volunteer experience, skills and endorsements, recommendations, interests, and other important tools. Let's take a closer look. Your name should be your full name, no nicknames. There are exceptions like using John for Jonathan or Nick for Nicholas. Your profile picture should be a professional headshot or a high-quality image of you. Many users will make a snap judgment about you based on your profile image. Remember to dress professionally and avoid using a picture that is too casual. For example, selfies or random pictures with family, friends, pets, etc. The banner or the cover photograph is located at the top of your profile, appearing behind your profile picture. It should relate to your professional brand, visually capturing the essence of who you are as detailed in your profile. Some examples are a picture of a server board or computers for an IT professional, or classrooms and textbooks for teachers. Pexels.com is a great website where you can download free stock photos for this purpose. Your professional headline is either a concise statement or keywords that describe you as a professional. Some profiles use their job title as part of their professional headline. Try to stand out and think beyond your current position. Reference your background, industry, and what you have to offer. Avoid industry nicknames such as IT whiz and don't focus too much on seeking employment. For example, seeking new opportunities. The About section is an opportunity to expand on your professional headline. Keep it short and simple, typically 2 to 3 paragraphs. It can be a summary of who you are and where you're going next. The first paragraph should be the most enticing in order to capture users' interest and draw them into the rest of your profile. Don't recap your entire life narrative or career here. Keep it focused. Think elevator speech. The Experience section is a core component of your profile that LinkedIn users spend most of their time viewing. It functions like a digital resume, but with less restrictions. For example, you may include the full range of your work experience as opposed to only the last 10 to 15 years because it depicts a cohesive narrative, a story of how you got to where you are today. LinkedIn does not have a built-in feature to add bullet points, but a good workaround is to open a Microsoft Word document to create bullet points and then copy them into your profile. Generally, your highest level of education is the only item you need to list. but listing all of your education is also acceptable. For example, job seekers with graduate degrees sometimes list their undergraduate degrees as it helps expand their network. Community service and volunteer work can be music to a recruiter's ears, so make sure you list all of your past or current volunteer experiences, highlighting leadership roles. The Skills and Endorsements section is where connections can validate the skills on your LinkedIn profile via endorsements. When a connection clicks on one of your skills, they have the opportunity to endorse it publicly. As more people begin to endorse you, you will see your top 3 highest endorsed skills appear. It is recommended to have at least 5 technical skills that are directly related to your career field. The more, the better. Be sure to also include any soft skills that are transferable across fields. You are also able to pin certain skills that you want to show up at the start of the section, but it is advised to have the top 3 skills appear first on your profile, since these are likely the areas in which your peers find you most proficient. Endorse your other connections on a few of their skills, and they will often return the favor. Connections can also provide endorsements of your abilities by writing a recommendation. These testimonials can boost your personal brand for others to see in your LinkedIn network. You must approve any recommendation written about you before it publicly appears on your profile. In addition, praises that you write for others will also appear on your profile. Write recommendations for your former colleagues because just like endorsements, they might return the favor. Keep in mind that you want these written testimonials about your work ethic and abilities to feel genuine. The Interest section is a helpful tool that will populate your homepage feed with any pages you follow, including industry information, company information, community organizations, job postings, and more. Stay up to date on news and events of interest to you. Since LinkedIn's primary purpose is networking, you should be interacting and connecting with other users on the website as often as possible. This includes current and former coworkers, former classmates and professors, community partners, recruiters you may meet at job fairs, and more. Some of the users you interact with on LinkedIn may not be people you are directly connected to at the moment, but whom you may want to connect with in the future as your career goals progress. LinkedIn will let you know what kind of investigative work you may need to do by way of connection degrees. Next to each person's name on LinkedIn, you will see one of 4 numbers: first, second, third, and third plus. These markers indicate how close this person is to you through mutual connections you share. First degree connections are people you are directly connected with. Second degree connections are people who are connected to your first degree connections. Third degree connections are people who are connected to your second degree connections, so on and so forth. Why do these connections matter? Here is an example. Let's say you apply for a job on LinkedIn. On most job listings, the job poster will have their profile attached to the job description. You read over the person's profile and see a second next to their name. That means that the person who posted the job and could potentially hire you knows someone you know. This is where you begin some of that investigative work by finding out which one of your connections knows them so you can reach out to that person. They could help push your resume forward to a recruiter or even get you in ahead of time for an interview. When you make a connection on LinkedIn, it helps to write a personalized message along with your invitation, especially if the person doesn't know you. For instance, if you met the connection at a job fair, you may want to recall the meeting. Once they accept the invitation, it's good practice to send a follow-up message thanking them. You do not want to ask for something in the first message as you are trying to build a relationship, not simply a give and take transaction. LinkedIn is a professional website, and there is an expectation of how members should behave that is different than other social media platforms like Facebook or Twitter. While you can be personable, you always want to keep things professional. Here are some quick tips on LinkedIn etiquette. Post positive and appropriate content and update your profile when necessary. Check in on LinkedIn at least once a day and avoid public arguments. Personalize your messages and comments and refrain from accepting every connection that comes your way. While it's important to connect, remember you are trying to develop a network of authentic relationships that have meaning. Now that you've learned more about LinkedIn, here are some next steps to consider. Download the LinkedIn app on your mobile device for easy access. Remember the best times to post content for the most views are Tuesday through Thursday between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. and between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. After applying for a job on LinkedIn, view the company's profile page. They will receive a notification that you viewed their page and your name will already be on their radar. You can also customize your profile URL to be more professional using your name, such as www.linkedin.com/in/yourname. Lastly, remake your profile in another language to broaden your network. That concludes our building and maintaining a LinkedIn profile presentation. For further assistance, please reach out to the PA CareerLink staff. If you are interested in attending more of our workshops, check out our events page at careerlinkluzerne.org for more information. You can also visit our Facebook page for news and updates. Thank you for attending and have a great day.